Generally, for every citizen, and of course for the legal profession in particular. I know my predecessor, Mike Cooper, also very much wanted to organize a program on this subject, and he had the same logistical difficulty that I referred to. I'm very, very grateful that before my term ends, which unfortunately is only a few weeks away, on May 21st, they're going to have to drag me kicking and screaming from the building. But before my term ends, I'm so glad that we're having this program. And I really want to thank the many, many organizers, the many, many people who made this possible. I'm not going to go through the names because there are so many people and I'd be afraid of leaving someone out. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to stay tonight because at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, I'm getting on a plane that will take me to South Africa. We are having a program there of bringing young black lawyers from South Africa here to work at U.S. law firms and U.S. businesses to enhance their corporate background and experience so as to better integrate the South African bar. We try to do these things internationally, but of course we remember that we also have to do them at home, and we don't forget that. And indeed, I find on the one other visit I paid to South Africa that it reminds me of our own need for transformation in the same way that they're working to transform their society. So the event we're having tonight is in that theme. And as I said before, I'm very grateful, very happy with all the people who are participating, and I think this is a high priority and will remain a high priority for the association. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Judge Donna Mills, the program co-chair, who, as I understand, is going to make the introductions. Thank you all very, very much.
Thank you. My introductory remarks as brief as possible. There's a lot of substance we'd love to cover. You'll notice from those of you who are able to pick up a description of the program that the chair of this committee is Judge Carol Edney. She's the New York County Civil Court, New York County elected judge. Judge Edney and my fellow committee members and the co-chair of this event, my court attorney, Nikki Johnson, has spent quite a bit of time and energy on putting together a synopsis of scenarios so that we could address some of the issues that are raised in the law enforcement community and in the community of people who are impacted by law enforcement and what happens on the streets on a daily basis. These are questions that are raised by individuals who are in contact either because they are complaining, because they end up being a defendant, or perhaps they are an attorney representing one side or the other, prosecutor, defense attorney, or it may be the judge who eventually has to resolve what occurred in the incident. And so with the view towards doing that, we thought perhaps if we give you a kind of bird's eye view of what can happen and the relationships that are in play and some of the legal issues involved in them, you can help us kind of think this through. The panelists are all extraordinarily distinguished in their particular fields, and they have resumes of great experience and education, and they also are, we thought, appropriate to comment on some of the issues that are going to be raised by the skits that will be performed. And when the panelists have an opportunity to speak to you, I've asked each of them to just give you very briefly what their background is and what their particular practice is at this moment. You'll find that some of them have been in other places and are now doing something that relates in particular to these issues. So we are going to call Justice Louis Douglas, who will give opening remarks. So moderator will be Justice William Thompson during the question and answers and the statements that were made by the panel. So next I call on Justice Louis Douglas.
I just wanted to say a few words about how this all came about. About 2 years ago, I was campaigning for re-election, and on one weekend I happened to stumble in a public school in Bed-Stuy, and I saw one of the skits being presented by the police officers. And I was absolutely stunned. I had been writing about search and seizure for 20 years, and this was the first time I really saw it as a real circumstance. My son has been stopped by police, but I've never been stopped by police, although when I write the decisions as a judge, I can make it sound very pompous, as if I know what I'm talking about. But when I saw it, it was very dramatic. So one of my responsibilities as chairman of the Judicial Commission on Minorities is to prepare educational programs for judges at our annual seminar. And 2 years ago, we have seminars on police brutality, affirmative action. 2 years ago, we invited the police officers to come up and do the skit at the seminar. And I must tell you, it was a stunning impact on the judges. They had not really confronted the realities of the streets before. It was controversial, it was stunning, it was the talk of that seminar, and it occurred to me at that time that we need to expose this activity and these presentations to a larger group of people. And it has always escaped my mind about why the police department, because when you see the skits, it would seem to me the police department should adopt this program and move it all over the city. Why that hasn't happened is beyond me. In any event, after the seminar, and I approached Edwin Davis, and everybody knows his attitude towards fairness and racial equality, but sometimes when you mention 100 blacks in law enforcement to establishment people, you get unusual responses, like, go away. But Edwin Davis said, we're going to do it, called Carol, and Carol's committee took over the legwork, and here we are today. So I'm sure that when you see what will occur tonight, you will have the same reaction the judges of the state did, and I can say that there's 1,000 judges in the state, and I guess somewhere between 500 and 600 have seen these skits. So I'm sure you're going to enjoy it this evening.
All right, I'm going to ask Justice William Thompson to please step up if you don't mind. Just give some remarks before we move into the skits. After the skits are done, we'll have the panel members come up on the podium and take their positions. Thank you.
Years ago, I went to a particularly rugged section of Texas to speak, and after I'd spoken for about 3 hours, I turned around to the master of ceremony and said, it's okay, just take as much time as you want. I continued on an additional 3 hours. Along about the 6th hour, I looked up and remember walking down the aisle with guns. And I turned around to Master of Assemblies. They said, "What's the matter?" He said, "It's okay, they're just looking for the person who invited you here." Before I go any further, I think it's only fair to let you know that Supreme Court Justice Mills and Carol Edney are the ones who invited me here. I saw all of the skits. They are excellent. And I just wish that when I started practicing law, we had these skits that we could show them to people. It is actual, these things actually happen, and I'm pleased to see all of the people who are here this evening. I say many times, and I've said this to Zach and Basil, Patterson, and Percy Sutton. When I started practicing law in 1954, if you were black and a lawyer in the state of New York, we knew each other. It's a pleasure today to look out and see how many minority attorneys, Hispanics, blacks, Asians, are practicing law. But we have to be aware of what goes on in our cities and in our towns and our villages. It's not like the old days when John Sanders and I used to go upstate before a town and village judge, and the judge would pick up the phone and say, "Hey, Charlie, got a couple boys here from Brooklyn. I think they're lawyers. Better come on over here." Different ball game today. But in many rural communities, it still exists. And that's what the skits today are going to portray. What happens, what actually happens in the street. And when it's over, we're going to have this panel. The panel's going to come up here, you're going to ask questions, and we'll have a give and take, and no holds barred. Thank you.
Can you all hear him from here?
Yes.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Detective Terrence Wansley. I'm the co-founder of 100 Blacks in Law Enforcement Who Care. On behalf of the organization, we appreciate everyone coming out, as well as the co-sponsors of this important event. To give you a little background, everybody doesn't run when they hear 100 Blacks in Law Enforcement Who Care. Some people stay around, and I appreciate everybody for coming out here. The organization was founded in 1995 by a core group of African Americans in various fields of law enforcement. We have not only police officers, we have probation officers, parole officers, people in civilian title, in every aspect of law enforcement, both local and statewide. We have a mission. One of our missions is to really be the vanguard role for the betterment of the communities. Not only the African American community, but society as a whole. We feel that because we're in law enforcement, we have certain information that no other people have through vicarious association. We believe that we need to share that information with the community, and that is one of the reasons why we started this workshop format. The workshop is entitled "What to Do When Stopped by the Police." We've done it, I'd say, thousands of times in the New York City area. We've had journalists from abroad, London and Singapore and France come and take these workshops because of the unique nature of what we do. These particular workshops we're going to discuss today are going to be actually abbreviated versions of the workshop that the judge had mentioned before that was performed at the open ceremony. The first one will be a skit on a roll call, a typical thing that happens at the beginning of the day in each police officer's role in the department. He's instructed on what's expected of him, and so on and so forth. We're going to discuss that. The second one is going to be a car stop scenario. Everybody's familiar with the car stop, whether you've been the victim of it or the recipient of a car stop, or you've witnessed it. People have seen police officers pull people over for a variety of reasons, and we're going to discuss that. The next one is going to be a situation where we have a language barrier. You know, in the diverse community that we live in, diverse society, certainly these language barrier situations come up more often than not, and we want to show some of the things that can be problematic in that. Believe me, these situations are not far-fetched. They're not out of the realm of possibility. These things happen every day, but certainly they've been made concise to fit into the format of this workshop. I just want to introduce the other panelists from, actually the other actors, the Academy Award winners from 100 Blacks in Law Enforcement. First, we have our Director of Community Empowerment, Laurie Jones. We also have Wasima Brown, who's a civilian investigator with 20 years. She's our anchor woman. We have Howard Crawford as our anchor man, as our Iron Man. He's 15 years. We have our sage, our mentor, George Turner. who was first hired as a lieutenant in the police department in 1955. He's one of the first lieutenants of the police, black lieutenant in the history of the police department, and he's working with us. Also, we have Detective Andre Warren, with 16 years, new member to the organization. Sergeant Kenneth Morgan, with 17 years. Detective Gloria Frazier, with 17 years on the job. So as you can see, we're going to be putting before you about 200 years of law enforcement experience is going to be included in this workshop. Now, just briefly, let me introduce Tony Miranda, because there are members here from the LOA to supplement the personnel.
Okay, my name is Anthony Miranda. I am the President of the Latino Officers Association and the Executive Chairman of the National Latino Officers Association. And what we do is represent city, state, and federal law enforcement officers and civilians throughout the United States. It was our goal and mission when we started the New York City Police Department, similar to 100 Black, is to bridge the gaps. We were covering and doing things that other people thought would never be done. We were crossing the lines when cases of police brutality, when everybody else was afraid to do those things, where police officers were never supposed to be taking the sides of civilians and exposing the things that go wrong in the police department. But that's how we began. Because of our ability to defend our members and organize, we've now gone across the United States, and the programs which we are mirroring here in New York City are now going across the United States, similar to what 100 Blacks in Law Enforcement Who Care do. It was our combination of things that we're doing the skits with them today, and we've been doing it with them at different locations. It is that gap that we're choosing to bridge between our communities, because when they see two very aggressive organizations like ours and 100 Blacks in Law Enforcement Who Care actually communicating with each other and working on the same page, it tends to send a lot of fear in our community. Actually, the community people don't understand why we're here. These skits today are very important. They have been important when we did it for the judges the first time, because we believe that we're exposing things to the judges that other people would necessarily take for granted. We want to show you what police officers do and what goes on every day in the precincts, because they impact on you. You are like us. We have badges in our pockets, and this is our credit card, it's the gold card. It gets us out of trouble when we become the victims of these erroneous stops. Sometimes we're able to get out of it. Sometimes we're not. You as judges will probably get stopped, and if you show your judges, some of them might understand what it actually means. But we have had judges that have been disrespected before. We have similarly had police commissioners and assistant commissioners called boy in different circumstances like that, but they had to come back in their uniform and take action because they were so disrespected and were suffering racial discrimination. What I'd like to do is to introduce our members who are here. We have Rafael Colazo, First Vice President of Latino Officers Association, 2 years in the job. Abid Citron, 9-4 Precinct. Paul Lopez, working in the Brooklyn North area, 10 years. Ralph Gonzalez, working in the Police Academy, 9 years. On that note, we look forward to doing the skits with you and participating in the panel, and we hope that you do ask the questions so that we can share the information, because our goal is to share information. And we should understand from the onset that we do not bash the police department. We are not cop bashers. We are law enforcement officers who dislike the injustices that go on every day because it's happening to us personally and to our families, and there's a need for that information to get out. So I thank you very much for the opportunity to give you this information and participate in the skits. Let me get your attention to roll. Who's not here today? You guys awake? I think so. Yeah.
Yes, Sergeant, I'm awake.
You got it, all right? Hey, what's up? All right. What time do we recently reassigned from the exposed to the street crime unit? He's going to be able to give us all that experience that he has over there.
Can I speak to you for a minute?
Absolutely, Lieutenant.
Let me tell you one thing. I don't normally come to these local calls. You know that.
Yes.
And you know that this is the 23rd of the month, and your arrests are down. With prostitution, we don't have any numbers at all. I want you to come up with some numbers on those who are carrying guns. You know they're carrying guns. And the other thing I want you to do for me is Why in the world that we don't have any arrests for drinking out of a common bottle? In this neighborhood, you're telling me on the 23rd of April, you got nothing? Let me ask you one damn thing. When was the last time you had your uniform on?
Haven't had it on for a long time.
Well, let me tell you one thing. You'll be back into it by Monday if you don't bring these numbers up. And something about prostitution, you're not doing nothing with that at all. You got, use her. Get out there and let her bring in some numbers on prostitution. You understand that?
I understand.
No, do you seriously understand?
I understand.
You don't want me to come back here Monday, because when I come back here Monday, I'm going to be talking to somebody else. You will not be here. Now, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And you make it very clear that your can is on the line if they don't produce. Now, we need the numbers. I don't care how you get them. This is the weekend, and you need to come up with the numbers that I need. This unit is the one, we're failures. They're not laughing at us, but we are failing. So now, if you don't like, you like your job, what you're doing now, and you don't want to go back in uniform, prostitution, guns, and drinking out of a common bottle have to be the numbers that I see on Monday on my desk.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Absolutely.
No. Do you truly understand?
I truly
No, this is absolutely bullshit. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay? Now, what are they smiling about? I don't think you're controlling people. You better straighten this thing out. Monday, when I look at the numbers, it better look like what I want to be.
Yes, sir.
Do you really understand?
Absolutely. And you couldn't even give me the time to say that. Lieutenant never comes in here. Sorry.
He ain't chew it all.
Well, you know how they say it rolls down here? Well, I'm about to start rolling on you right now, okay?
But we didn't have no
I
quote.
say, you got those numbers, you better make sure you get. And I say only 2 of you participate.
Listen, man, we doing the best we can out there, so. I can't just fake nothing. You don't want me to fake nothing.
No, I don't want you to fake nothing. I want you to stay awake long enough to do something. If it's too much, you haven't gotten enough.
They ain't there, so I got my stuff with
Bishop, you know what? You could have stepped up and said, listen, I'll do what I legally got to do. You could have said something. I know it was your time. You could have said something.
Like, you got a good job. Last time you been in uniform.
Quite a lot.
Okay. Because if I go, I can guarantee you that all you'll be going with me. That's it. This is over. This conversation's over.
I bet he got me know like the last come up with it.
Okay, this is where the sergeant comes in now. I got no more conversation right now, okay? Street crime unit. Formerly from the street crime unit, he knows how to get out there and get you some guns and stuff. You're going to keep doing what you were doing before. If this is the anti-crime detective, we want the same numbers. All right, don't fall asleep on me now. Maybe some of you, especially you.
So I got that's why he's here. Because he came from. I don't know what he knows. So I'm trying to put the thing the right way.
You got 2 choices. I'm going to put you with him, or you're going to be with me.
I ride with him. No problem.
Okay, I think you would. I think you would appreciate that, right? I didn't ask you nothing about the 2 training prostitutes here, right? Okay. This is the story. There's 2 people hit the numbers. All right, 2 people got their numbers for this month, the rest of these days. You come in short tonight, you're going to stop. You know that guy just got out of jail? What's the guy's name that just got out? Bill. He's out.
Yeah, he's out.
He's back in business.
Somewhere around 15th Street.
Okay. He may not be familiar with it. I want this guy to see it tonight before the weekend. He's always good to have a gun on him. Every time we got him, he's been good for something.
So, why don't you tell them if they get to college to look out for me and my partner?
I'll just call you over. Why don't you open your eyes, and then you might be able to find him. He's the low man. You get to college, you pinch this guy, you call him over.
What if I observed it?
Low man on the pole right now, short man in the unit. Let's get the numbers even across the board. You 2 guys are doing good numbers. Give me some lift, but you got good numbers. You need to change your outfit, court's over. All right, your vacation's over, because you'll be the first one gone too. There's plenty of guys in the street crime here that are dying to get in here right now. So we can bring them along. I want this guy stopped this weekend. All right?
No problem.
I want him stopped this weekend.
No problem.
Okay, I ain't gonna tell you what to do, because if I gotta give you instructions on what to do at this point, we have a problem. I think you can figure it out, and if you can't, just ask this guy from the street.
And if he's right, follow me.
Okay?
He ain't carrying.
This is the man right here for now. You'll work as a team.
Hard work can't carry.
You work as a team, and you figure out something. If you ain't carrying, you'll find somebody for this weekend. Or you'll all be doing something different on Monday.
That'll work for me.
Okay.
That'll work for me.
So I'm interviewing people on Monday, as a matter of fact.
So you want us to go out against
No.
everybody?
You stop what you need to give me my numbers. Because if I go, you're going. And anyway, again, we bring the unit, we got new guys coming on, so if you don't feel the pressure, I have no problem with that. We can send you right back to the squad that you came from. I think most of you've been here for a little while already. Maybe it's time you've been here too long. I want the numbers this week, and give me some numbers. All right? Give me the numbers that I want. If it happens to me, I guarantee that it'll happen to each one of you at the same time. That's it. Hold out and get somebody out the weekend.
Why you get me over here, man? You told me this unit was all right. Now you over here and you was special. You should stay where it was at.
So you don't have any problems.
Everything is about numbers. You heard what he said. We're going to give you numbers tonight. We all do. We're going to get something for you. Yeah, it's a Lexus, man. Brand new Lexus.
It's such a wonderful.
Gotta be something, man. You got the turbulence and it's gotta be something. And they ain't got it. Don't you still leave themselves.
Pull it over. Pull the car over. Oh, Lord. Oh, my Lord. Pull the equipment.
Just pull the car over.
Pull over now.
Turn the engine off, put your hands on the dashboard.
He said, put your hands on the dashboard. Put your hands on the dashboard now. Let them talk.
What is going on?
No. The nerve.
How you doing, sir? You got license and registration?
Yes, sir.
Can I have it, please?
What is the problem?
Listen, I'm talking to the gentleman right here. Could you just be quiet?
Oh, we have to go to prayer. We're going to be
That's
late.
all good and well. Can I have your license and registration,
I
please?
just said the wife I put for his country.
Sir, I'm not gonna tell you too many more times. Can I see your license and registration,
It's
please?
in the pocket.
Grab it.
Okay, sir. No problem.
Nice and easy, okay.
Don't shoot me, Lord, please.
Ma'am, you can hand me the dashboard, ma'am.
Please. They got it here. In a while, man.
Whose car is this, man?
It's my car.
This is my husband's car. This is his car.
Ma'am, I'm not talking to him. I'm talking to him. Listen. Check it out. You don't want no problems? I'm talking to you. Keep the lady quiet. That's what you do.
Please be quiet. It's the policeman, baby. It's the police.
Ma'am, you can hand me the dashboard. I'm not gonna tell you again.
Be quiet. Talk to her. Baby, please. It's the police.
Don't have
Be quiet now.
What kind of work you do? How you get this brand new car?
That's not a problem. They work every day. They work hard.
What kind of work do you do?
Man, manager.
Manager where?
Pass Mark.
Listen, I don't know about Pathmark. I'm driving an 89 Taurus. You drive the brand new Lexus in Pathmark.
They work hard. They work this job. They work another one.
Yeah, whatever.
This is my car.
Yeah.
I can't want a car because...
Listen, hey. Who do you think you're talking to?
Sir, because
Who do you think you're talking to? This ain't your country.
I didn't say it was my country, mama. I said my damn car.
Listen. I heard about enough of you. I heard about enough of you. Man, shut up. He's not talking to you.
Baby, take the policeman on. Let me talk police.
We stopped because you didn't have your seatbelt on. Keep your hands on the dashboard, man.
Man, wait a minute. I just take it off and talk to
I don't listen. You didn't have it on when we pulled you over. That's for sure.
I'm taking them off and talk to you.
This your car? You sure this your car?
Hey, my name on the paper, sir.
Get his license and registration. We'll be right back. And I told you, listen, hey, keep quiet.
Black man got a car like this because they work. I can't own this damn car. What's the matter with you?
Here you go.
You running into Jesus, bro. Come in this country here, plenty this country here, working honey like
I know, right? Manager of Pathmark. They just spill on our floor. Spill on our floor.
this country. You go your hands still, you come back.
It's clean, license is clean. No summonses,
This police
violations, no warrants, nothing.
Well, listen, man,
You can still get them for the...
you heard Sarge, man. Sarge said we gotta come down with some numbers. You need some numbers, man.
don't get it what it's hard.
All right, we might lose you. I'm good. Straight, I just got here, so he not looking for nothing for me. So I'll take it up.
Keep mine over there. Keep mine. Just police them on. I ain't got no. Okay, I'm gonna get you to the mine. We're gonna pray. We don't know about police scared.
Is everything all right, Mark?
Here you go, sir. I'm gonna give you a summons for the seatbelt.
Seatbelt.
That's what I said. The summons for the seatbelt. Listen. I told you before, I had enough on you, right?
Come and take it down, keep it up.
I don't care why you took it off. I told you I had enough of you.
Oh, Lord.
Say another word.
for a seatbelt man.
For a seatbelt mount, all right?
You act a little too strange.
Something, once you got something in this car, man.
Man, you got in your damn line. What do you think me acting strange for? Boy, this guy had on.
Shut up, don't say nothing.
Strange.
Just wait till we're finished.
This don't make sense. What's your name, man? I want to call her.
Don't worry about our name. Just be quiet. Just calm down.
Everything will be finished in a second. It's easy to calm down. You gotta have a gun. Now don't.
Look forward.
Just don't make it. Why are you in my car like that for a seatbelt, sir? Policeman.
What is he looking for?
Minute.
No, I open your trunk, man.
I open the trunk with the key, sir.
Where's the key? Okay. Can I look in your trunk?
Well, then, no, man. You stop me for seatbelt, you give me a ticket. What the hell you need to be?
If you ain't got nothing to hide, you don't have no problem with looking in your trunk.
Books to go.
Now, he's not talking to you. Listen, if you ain't got nothing to hide, you ain't got no problem with looking in your trunk.
I got
You ain't got no problem with looking in your trunk, right? Thank you very much, sir.
Oh, this don't make no sense.
Keep quiet. We're almost done.
Why you in my trunk, man? Listen, that's the thing for my kids, man. What you doing there? I just throw my things on the ground. It's a Lord shame. Lord shame, you know. They got a big old gun, this little spreaded man.
Got nothing to worry about.
You got my
You ain't
wife
do nothing wrong, you got nothing to worry about.
You never do wrong. You got my family who's doing wrong here in this country.
If everything checks out, you'll be on your way.
I don't know why I came here.
They only do this because of the foreign.
I see.
Care about you being foreign.
You don't stop the other boys up there, the other guys up there. You
We
don't
didn't
stop.
see the other boys when I have no license.
Men are doing nothing.
Listen,
Driving.
check it out.
My
Get
name is
back.
Habib.
What else? Whatever your name
No,
is.
you see my name on the paper, then
Habib, that's what I'm calling you right about now, all right? Your name is what I made, all right? He's not talking to you, man. Just get back in the car. Matter of fact, go back there, pick up your stuff, and get out of here right now. All right?
Pick them up after you put them on the ground like
Go, if you want it, you get it down.
You know, I want
If you want it, then you get it down. Get it.
Oh, this don't make no sense. What you gonna get on? Let me get my stuff.
Yeah, get your stuff. I'm gonna put it back in the trunk. You get up out of here.
There's a good name coming on the port.
Lexus, you see me again, the same thing gonna happen. You understand?
I hear you now. We're going to
Yeah. All right, you report me.
We're going to report.
Spell it right. Spell it right.
I say it like that.
Yeah, whatever. You say it right. Spell it right.
Okay,
We're
man.
gonna report you.
Y'all have a nice day, okay?
You've been looking all day. You tell me have a nice day.
Yeah, you forgot to put this in your trunk, too.
This is a language barrier scenario.
Police! ¿Quién es? Police! Policía? Yeah, police. See? Hector Diaz live here? Hector, mi hijo. Mi hijo. Your what? Es mi hijo.
Hector Diaz, you're looking for.
Sí, es mi hijo. ¿Qué hell is mi hijo? Hector Diaz, he live here? No vive. No vive aquí. No what? No vive aquí. You speak English?
English.
No.
Can you talk a little bit?
No English. Little, no English. Listen, man, you should know a little English. You live here, you should be speaking English. Espera, espera. Espera. Who is sparing? Luis. Luis. They call him Luis. Luis. Hector. That's all I want to know. No son. Yeah. Where's Hector? That's all I want to know. You know, okay. You know what I'm saying? How you doing?
Good.
What's your name?
Louis.
Louis. I'm looking for Hector. Hector Diaz. You live here? ¿Qué quiere? No,
Buscando a Hector.
Hector no vive aquí.
Hector doesn't live.
Vive aquí, it means Hector doesn't live here?
Right, he doesn't. Hector's my brother. He doesn't live.
Well, where does he live at? Well, he used his name, he used this address, when he got arrested, we got a warrant for his arrest, he made it show up in court.
My father, he doesn't live here. We have...
Well, listen, no, we need to check the house, man, to see if he's here.
Ellos quieren entrar a la casa. Ellos quieren checar si
Listen, check it out. We need to check the
He
house
wants
and
to
see
know,
if
he wants to
Hector's
know
here.
why you...
We got a warrant for his arrest. He used his address when he got locked up. Listen, I'm not going through this, all right? You let us in
He said he
real
doesn't
quick.
live here.
You let us go real quick.
He said he doesn't live here.
Whatever. You let us go real quick and we'll be out of here.
And get it, and go like that, sir.
What? And no people aquí. Check it out. It's really open for discussion. All right?
He said, he
Check it out.
doesn't want you in the house. He doesn't want you in the house.
Yeah. Come on. Excuse me. We'll be a minute. We'll be a minute. No, take it easy. Take it easy. Matter of fact, stand over there for me, all right? Stand over here.
Talk to me.
No, over here.
You come over here on my side, all right? Just stand over there with me, all right? Where does he live at?
Okay, stop it.
Take it easy. We're just looking for him. We want to make sure you're not here in your car.
He is stuck up on me.
You got to be here with the
He
police.
said if he's looking for his son, why is he looking for the drawers?
He could be kind of small. All right? We got another room back here.
He's saying what you're doing is wrong.
We got another room back here.
We're going to give you no problem, huh?
Who's in here? Who's in here?
This is Jorge.
Jorge, how you doing? Police?
Jorge.
Or he pays
Come here. Open the door, Jorge.
He pays his own rent in that apartment.
What's up, man?
Yeah, we're looking for Hector. Hector here?
Don't live here, man.
Well, we need to come in and see if he's here.
What do you need to come out here for?
Because your father said we can come inside.
He said,
Yo,
Yo, your father, how you think you got in here? He said, yo, listen, your father said we can come in. What's the problem? Yeah, we got a warrant. It's back in the office.
No, man, you can't come out
But check it out, listen. We're coming in, your father said it's okay, we'll be a minute. Let's go over there and come back, all right?
Calm down. Hey, how you doing? How are you?
You better if you want to be in my room.
Just relax. It's only like a few minutes, that's all. It's always good to cooperate with the
Yo,
police,
why
all
you
right?
gotta open my mattress in my drawers for? What, you gonna sleep under my mattress?
Well, you know, we got the right to do this, all right?
How you gonna walk my room?
Just calm down, all right?
We got more. We got to be out here in a few minutes, all right? You think we get him from Mississippi Store?
Hey, didn't I say speak English? No, Spanish, all right? English,
Yo,
all right?
yeah. Thank you very much for your cooperation. You understand?
You pick up the room?
Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Respect my father, man.
It's all about respecting your father. I'm trying to speak to him so he can understand. He don't understand nothing else. He don't understand nothing else.
Okay.
Because you don't understand this, like your family.
Thank you, Bill, very much for the... Pardon?
The father doesn't want you yelling at his son.
Listen, I'm not yelling at him. I'm talking to you. Thank you very much for your cooperation. You understand that?
Yes, man.
All right. Listen, we're going to be...
Hey, check it out. We're going to be back. We're going to be back. Because I know Hector's here sometime. All right? I know you guys are hiding him somewhere. Probably got some hidden compartment up in the ceiling or something.
Maybe in the boat with a typo, man.
Yeah, maybe. But you'll see this again. We're going to come back. And we're going to get... Listen. We out of here, all right?
Let him know
Thank you very much.
all right?
He doesn't live here. My father told you.
Let him know.
Have a good night, all right? Thank you. I appreciate it. Take care.
Bye-bye.